What's up guys, I'm PauseBuild, and in this series we're going to be building a dinosaur park in Jurassic World Evolution 3 using the Taiga biome, so it's going to be a winter park. The goal of this series is to make a nice cozy dinosaur park that's as ethical as possible to the dinosaurs, and we're going to be doing it in sandbox mode but with all of the economy and research settings turned on. So we still have to build a park from the ground up that functions and try not to lose too many guests along the way. All of the sandbox settings are in the description, so let's dive in. I love the Utyrannus. Look at them. Oh, they're scary. And it's cool that we've got like the different colors for the males and females. I feel like that's going to really help our guests differentiate. They're not quite as big as I thought they were going to be, to be honest. But they have consolidated for me that I would love to get more of the feathered dinosaurs in here if possible, because they just look so cool. Look at that tail. That's awesome. Well, do they need anything else? I think they're pretty happy with everything we've given them. They seem fairly happy. We could set up breeding for them, but I think we've got a more urgent issue right now, and that is this situation in here. At least this guy's getting in okay. The Microceratus is... they are using it, but unfortunately so are the Styracosaurus. They're not supposed to be. So let's sort that out. Oh, we got a maintenance team 2 has been automatically dispatched. Yeah, that's fine. I think we need to just get rid of this area. Now they're using it perfectly. Like, they're having a great time eating. That's hilarious. But I think we need to fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys out because they're so tiny. You're never going to see them in this habitat. It's way too big. And then if we don't have a dinosaur encounter on this one, maybe we make another habitat that has the Microceratus and another one. Ooh. Ranger post 1. Oh, I think I've taken out the gate. Oh no, there's a gate there. Ranger team 1, you just need to go and turn left through here, my friend. That's really not that hard. Unless I've blocked it off. No, the ranger post is there. You should be able to get it. I don't know if it's just that the dinosaurs have surrounded it. Let's drive. Anyway, yes, I think if we make another habitat that has the Microceratus and another small friend, and then we maybe give the Styracosaurus another friend in there that's a bit bigger, and that also can't use the dinosaur encounters. And then that might be a good balance of both. Who have we got in here? Look at you guys. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to disturb. I think they're okay. That's a better one to scan. Standing nice and still. Please don't ram us. Yeah, they're happy. And I think 96% comfort. And you can't get to Ranger Post 3. I think maybe they're having an issue with the hut. Is it this you don't like? Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. If I take off these pieces from collision, what about now? Because none of these have collision. Oh, the collision's on. Oh, okay, that's why. Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. I thought I removed collision on these. That's not supposed to have collision on. There we go. Now they're going. All is well again. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now you can just drive in. Right, that needs to make sure it saves that way. I'm just going to upload that to the workshop and make sure that is definitely the right version. Okay, that should sort that out. Now they should be fine. Okay, hopefully it stays that way because I thought I'd done that already, I have to say. So that's slightly unnerving. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the dinosaur encounters building here. We can't because they've got 2 Microceratus in them. Obviously they do, yeah. Why would they pick now to be fed? Though that is adorable. Look at them being fed. That is very, very cute. Well, I'll wait for them to leave. They're just messing about with each other at the minute. We just kind of need them to leave and then we can delete this building. And I think that'll be much better when it is. And we can get them a small habitat. So let's start laying out a small habitat. And over here is probably a good shout. We could even put it in here. There's a bit of a space here, so that might be a great shout. Let's put in another Dinosaur Encounters building. Okay, and we're just going to upgrade the path here to be medium. And then we can probably just take the end off there. There we go. And now, how big do we want this to be? We can use the small fences. I don't know which one we were using. We're using... It's maybe, to be fair... Oh, that's got the grate at the bottom. I was going to say, we're going to need quite small things. That's probably okay, because they're not going to be able to get out. Like, they're too small. The bottom one is going to keep them in, like the mesh. So let's do that. There we go. That's quite a small little one. I don't think they need much space, so we can see. If we're just having them in there, they definitely don't. If we have other ones in there, maybe they will. But yeah, see, this is a massive problem. I think it's the ones that are babies that are able to come in here, and probably because they were babies at one point, and the baby Styracosaurus are allowed in here, but the adults aren't. So I think it's probably a bug related to that. I don't think we can delete this, though, because they're way too close to it. Or if you could just move away, guys, it would be ideal. Oh, we've got the ranger team there. Let's do this. We can direct control them. We're gonna summon them with summon circle and see if we can lead them away. Come on, guys, this way. Oh, look at them, like I'm running over. Look at that one backing out. That's hilarious. I think that's all we need. They're actually very responsive. That's really cool. We've trained them. Okay, deleted. We can have something else in here. Maybe we have like a shop or something, because it's a bit of a barren space. Or maybe we should have another attraction, like a tour guide or something for them, like the Jeeps. Because this is a big space. That's a good space to drive around. But not now. Anyway, right, let's get our capture team out. I'm going to have to get them to do it, because I'm never going to be able to dart these guys. Look how tiny they are. Let's tranquilize you. All the tiny little ones that don't show up as dinosaurs. And yeah, that's good. Let's get you tranked, and then we'll put them in here. I'm just going to get rid of the trees, because I don't think they need that many trees. It's a decent size. We can always extend it to the right or something, and maybe put another dinosaur encounter building in if we don't like it. Like, if we want more in here. I do think it needs a slightly more Alpine lodge feel, though. So I'm going to pause the game here and edit this building, because I want it to have these bones. Like, I'm happy with the bones of this, but I do want it to look a little bit different to this, and a bit more Alpine that we've been going for so far. And in fact, I'm just going to build my own now. So we're going to go into attractions, dinosaur encounter, and just build our own one, because I feel like it's going to be easier than messing around with the blueprints and trying to convert it into one. Let's delete these here. We can delete these fence pieces and put in the one we want in here. So once I'd hooked the building up to the fence and the path, I decided I wanted to build out the courtyard area, and I wanted to use rocks to do it, which is what we had in the previous one as well. And thankfully there were some pre-built rock clusters, which are actually really useful. So I put a couple of these in, as well as some rocks on their own. And I feel like I was happy with the results, because I didn't want it to be sticking through the fence, but I wanted it to be prominent and kind of surround the guests when they're in there. And then I did throw in a couple of trees and some bushes, because I feel like it really adds to the area and brings a bit of green in, otherwise it's very grey. Then I put in a wooden flooring everywhere and made it the same colour of wood that we've had in the rest of the park, which is like the darker, reddier wood, which I really, really like. And once I was happy with the floor, I moved on to the building and set about just blocking out with the wooden wall pieces where I wanted the building to be. And I did want it to have a bit of an interesting shape. And my plan was maybe to have a raised middle section and then a single story at the back and a kind of viewing area at the front. And then guests can kind of sit out there and they can look from the top as well as from the bottom. So I created a bit of an awning with the wood pieces that will later support with like columns and stuff. And the same on the back, I thought we could put something in. Then I put the stone trim that we've been using around the building because I really feel like it adds a good layer to the building, adds a bit of like texture too, and really breaks up just the solid wood. And you've got to get a door in there, so I threw in a door at the front, which I did actually change later to a different door, which I preferred, because these doors were a little bit boring, but for now it's what we've got. And then I blocked out some columns as well and created kind of a raised rock area on the back as well, because again, I wanted to add a bit more texture to the building, and I feel like this really does it. And obviously we've got to put in a Gentle Giants sign. Guests have to know what it is, so I made it as big as I could and put it on the front door. I also wanted to add a few plants in, so I made a small planter that can be attached to the wall and just put in some of the plants that are native to the biome we're in. And I do want to use these in a couple areas on the build, so I duplicated them across, but we're also going to be using them later. Then I put in the corrugated roof that we've had before, just to have a very simple roof. Once it's covered in snow, no one knows anyway, let's be honest. And just block that out, but obviously having the smaller area in the middle because it's a kind of a walkway, I guess, between two larger buildings on either side. And we've got to put doors in for them, so I added a couple of doors. Again, I'm changing these later, but for now they work perfectly fine. And an awning so that people can have a little bit of cover there. And then I thought I'd add some seating outside. I've given them an umbrella in case it rains or snows, I guess, so it protects them a little bit, and just mixed up the seating so it seemed a little bit more natural. I also put some extra seats at the side that are like stacked together because I feel like that's a bit more realistic. So if people have bigger groups, they have extra chairs for them. And then I put a fence in around the outside, again for realism, because people can't just walk off an awning. We need to keep them in. So I colored it to be the same colored wood and put it all the way around the outside of the awning. Then I put in some windows, and obviously we're going to mix up what's on the inside of them, a lot of them using the blurred blinds, and I just really love the effect this has. I feel like it really adds some depth to the building too, and makes it feel usable as well, not just an empty shell. And we had to support the awning, so I put in some concrete. I did debate putting in like a wooden one, but I actually liked the color difference and having some actual concrete there. So we put in a couple of concrete pillars. And then I changed the doors, and I much prefer these doors. They're like kind of metal reflective or glass and wood doors, and I just feel like they're much more modern and seem very cool and high budget. I also put some props in, like some air conditioning units and some bins, which just really kind of sell the place. And I made the bins the same color as the concrete, so we've not got too many colors going on. Then I just extended the stone trim that we have because I feel like it needed to be on the back, and I wanted to have that back accessible. So I put in a door and some chairs so that guests can sit out there as well. If they want to be where they come in, they can sit out there too. Then we obviously had to add some Gentle Giant signs everywhere, including on the other door and on the main kind of gate, I guess it is. It's not really a gate, it's a solid wall. It just allows them in at the bottom. And then I used some wood pieces here to kind of make it a bit more wooden, because I feel like We're using wood everywhere. It's kind of in the theme. Let's make the barrier wood as well. But I also use the triangular wooden pieces to give it a little bit of a design that makes it a bit different and a bit more interesting, and again adds a little bit of depth to it, rather than it being a flat wooden wall. And I feel like it really adds something. It's a bit weird, but I was happy with it in the end. And I had a couple of touch-ups to do with the stonework, so I did extend that round to the other side of the building as well, and just make it kind of look like it wraps around the building, basically, minding the doorways, obviously. And this had some tiny knock-on alterations to the seating area and the fencing, but I feel like it wasn't too drastic. Then I put some windows in on the front side of the building, and on the back side of the building added in the planters that we've got on the front as well. And it kind of like ties it together, I think. There we go. We built our Gentle Giant encounter building, and I feel like this is much more in theme with everything else that we have. I like this. So I think it is powered because it's touching power over here. Where are the substations? Oh no, it's not touching power, so it has no power at all. Let's give it some power. Perhaps this is a good spot here for some power. And then we can build a little path of substations along here, maybe, of pylons, and then connect them in. There we go. That connects up nicely. Cool. Okay, one thing we do have to do is just make sure that the collision on these pieces are all turned off because the path is overlapping. So I'm just going to turn off the collisions there, and then the guests shouldn't have any issues getting into the building. So I think that should be all they need. In fact, I think these can have collision on. I think it's just the, like the entranceway where it might be a problem and like this bin in the way. I don't think that should be an issue, but we'll see how we go. There's actually nothing to see in here, so let's get our dinosaurs over. They have been tranquilized. So let's move them into here. The little things. Can have a little like fleet of helicopters come over. And let's double check in like the hatchery what their requirements are, because I feel bad for them and I feel like we should get the habitat ready for them. So they want half of it, 55% to be pasture, 10% water, and then a mix of ground fiber and ground leaf. Okay, we can do that. I'm sure this is enough area for them as well, because they are so tiny. I'm sure we're doing okay. Oh, these guys need a status check as well. We didn't put a ranger post in here. I think let's whack one. Where's less dangerous? Let's put one there and add a gate in down this end. Maybe like here. And then we can assign Ranger Team. Ranger Team 1 can do... What are you doing? They just have this one. Yeah, let's give this to Ranger Team 1. Ranger Team 1 does these two, and Ranger Team 2 is going to do not this one. They're going to do this one, and... Oh, they're on that one as well. I'm going to unassign the Ranger Teams. I don't understand what they're assigned to. Right. So Ranger Team 1, you're going to do this and that. Ranger Team 2, you're going to do this one, and the new one we're going to put in here. Let's whack a Ranger post in. To be honest, it can go anywhere, so let's get this habitat ready first. I'm going to have to let them land, I think, because there's such a small area to build in. Look at them. You can't build, like, on top of them. They're so tiny. You can't even see them when we zoom out. That's how tiny they are. You're not super happy, are you? You're missing your ground fiber running around. Okay, I think that works. We've got a mix of all of them. It's mostly pasture in here, so hopefully that's what they want. I can't actually see any of them to do it. Oh, there they are. They're missing ground leaf, but they've barely explored, so I think that's fine. And they've already found their way into here, which is cool. Gentle Giants is... Oh, it's missing a bunch of lights. I wanted to put a bunch of lights all over it. Hold on. Let's quickly do that. Okay, that's much better, isn't it? Right, that's so much cooler with the lights on it at night. And these guys are in here. Hopefully they keep expanding. It looks like they're already happy, so that's good. And the more they kind of expand, the more they're going to find the stuff that we want for them, so that's perfect. Okay, cool. That took a while to build that, but I am really happy with this, so I'm glad we have it. I think we should probably rename the little guys in here. And I think for these, seeing as they're so tiny, I'm going to name them after the 7 dwarves. We've got Doc, Dopey, Sleepy, Grumpy, who's in charge. Or maybe this should be Happy. Maybe Happy should be in charge, because they're the alpha. Happy's going to be in charge. And then Grumpy's going to be that one. There we go. That's enough. In fact, Doc should really be in charge, shouldn't I? They're the actual leader. So I'm going to make the alpha Doc. And then the other Doc can be Happy. That's the right dynamic. And I can't even see them. They're just so small. Oh, there they are. There they are. Right there. There's Happy. They're very cute. I mean, who do they want to share a habitat with? Because I feel really bad for them. They're on their own. And they're so small. They like only a couple of them. They're like Lystrosaurus and Ceratopsids. I am imagining that Lystrosaurus, I'm probably saying that wrong, is also very small. But let's have a little look. Where are you? LY. Yeah, they look tiny. Lystrosaurus, I was right. Okay, wow. Well, we've got 50%. Oh, we're quite, yeah, it's incomplete. I was going to say, do we have 50 already? No, we haven't done this. They are adorable, though. And they have they're kind of walrusy, so I feel like maybe that works with our current vibe. Let's see what we need to get them. Oh, it looks like we've already got them. They're in the start one. Oh, okay. Let's have a look on the map then. Where are you? Ah, they're here. Oh, yeah, of course. They're right next to them in China. Right, well, let's get these guys. They seem cute. Let's get them. We'll go for some fossils and bring back the goods for us. I'm also not sure we've got a maintenance post. Yeah, I think we need a maintenance post over here. We're kind of missing a lot with this. Ooh. That is a problem having that there. But we're going to need to expand the park out. So I think let's put a maintenance post here and then another maintenance post over this side. And we're going to just need to... I don't know what the maintenance teams are like as far as how many they can take. The maintenance teams 1 has got the ones on this side, I think. They've got 1 and 2. I think let's give them these 2 as well. And then the other one can have maintenance post over here, because we're also going to need a maintenance post down here now for these. So let's give that to maintenance team 2. And if they can't do it, I'm sure we'll find out because everything will break. But hopefully we can. If we look at our park, we've got currently a 58% transport rating, 91% restroom, 93% shelter, and 71% accommodations. That's not really ideal. We could probably do with some transportation. We don't have it unlocked, do we? I don't know whether it's in attractions. No, I think it's in guests here, the monorail. What do we need to research that? Guests here? Yeah, monorail. Let's go for a monorail. We've got our expedition team back. It's basically them. Can we give positive influence people? Yeah, that helps. Let's put marshmallow on it as well then. And it looks like we've had the fossils back, so let's have a look at what we got. These guys are so weird. I love it. And we might as well get that because it takes up to 10. Our genetic specialist. Let's get both of them on it. Okay, we've done the fossils and we've got our monorails. Let's set up another expedition to get some more fossils. Send them out. At the minute, what are we on? If I click on our hatchery, it'll tell us. 71%. So probably this is the last expedition we need. They have batch size of 3 to 4. What else do we need to know about them? Well, they want ground leaf and ground fiber and pasture and water. They want it basically exactly the same thing as the Microceratus. So that's actually perfect. Oh, that works really well. Okay, cool. They're also happy with any males or females. They just want at least 3 of them. Well, I think we've got a good little habitat going over there for them. I think these guys will like it. Where are they? Over here. No, this is the wrong side. They're over here. It's just a little area for them. Maybe we should raise it up a little bit over here as well and give them like a little bit more of a hill at the back. There we go. That's a bit more interesting, isn't it? We've got a bit of a hill in there. Right, we've done that expedition. Let's finish this genome, hopefully. Yeah, plus 29%. Perfect. Well, I'll get our 2 genetic scientists on it. Do it as quick as possible. And then we can get them in there. But for now, let's put in a monorail. Oh, I'm excited to do this. This could actually be a great spot for the monorail to start. That's not a bad shout. I would like to get some kind of park tour or something in there. But we don't really have a good spot for it. Other than... Oh, we could put it over here, actually. That's like when you arrive. Maybe it's better over here. Yeah, let's do that. Got a nice monorail station. And we will hook you up with a path. And actually, I realized these guys... We need to put some buses in here. I didn't realize that they actually have buses. I think they're in blueprints. I'm going to search all and just see where they are. Bus. Surely it's bush. There we go. Bus. That's cool, isn't it? So we can put some buses in here. I like that. That's very cool. So I'm going to just I'll update the blueprint with the buses as well. So you can have buses in there. But I just love that, like the attention to detail. And then these guys, oh, this is really the road they would have driven off on, I guess. I've kind of stopped them getting out with this. Right, I'm gonna slightly adjust where that is. So one component of guest comfort is the transport coverage rating. We need to just place transport options like the monorail or tour attractions around the park to decrease the walking distance between them, the arrival point, and other attractions. Monorails and other tour attractions can have multiple stations along their routes. This provides transport coverage to each local area. Tours can also provide dinosaur visibility along their routes, so make sure to take advantage of this when planning transport coverage. Well, I guess an alternative, actually, instead of getting the monorail, is we could build a transport ride that takes guests, like, through and around, and then they can get off, can't they? I think that's what that meant. Right, I might try that. I'm going to delete this for now. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think we can create a tour that then stops off at other places. So that sounds more interesting to me, and that's not something we've done before. We've done monorails before. I think that's cool, and it's nice to not have loads of overhead things as well. Just like for a bit of difference in the park. Now, we've got these guys completed, so let's look at their genomes. We obviously want to give them 100% lifespan and 100% fertility if we can. We don't want to give them offense because really they're supposed to be interacting with humans. I do wonder whether it would be worth us getting another gene researched. Because I think we have the capacity. Yeah, compatibility might be good. it like improves which potential mates they can breed with. And we keep seeming to have that problem. Like, we're always getting like yellow and red for the compatibility. So I think that's probably why. It makes sense though. And how are you guys doing in here? Just living your own quite terrifying lives? That's good. That's good. We always like that.
Please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming tornado.
Oh no, an incoming tornado. How are you guys doing? I'm gonna open the shelters because that terrifies me. Everyone get inside! Tornado on the way. Don't we love a tornado here? I wonder where the tornado's gonna hit. Oh my goodness, look how many people there are. That's mad. Wow. We could probably do with wider paths, to be honest. I wonder if that's something we can research. Yeah, thoroughfare. We could actually do with that. Can our scientists be trained up? Not our logistics ones. Or we get more research into staff. Staff Center 3. Yeah, maybe we do that. Might as well get them on it. We can get Marshmallow to take that time down quite considerably. And then we basically give them more skills. So it's always good. In fact, is there anyone else that's a logistics specialist? We haven't looked for scientists in a while. Logistics specialist, wow, right on, as soon as I say it. Right on time. So they grew up in a small town, but always dreamed of moving to the city. A degree in finance led to a job in banking. I mean, where's the love for dinosaurs? That's what I'm wondering. There's another genetics specialist here as well. And then here we go. They took a master's degree before focusing on their love of dinosaurs. That's what I want to see. Your interest in dinosaurs began before you started school. Burhan, come on. You're trying to get hired here. You're saying all the right things. I think it might be worth us getting Burhan, soon to be renamed, to something festive. Yeah, let's recruit you and then have a little harsh look at our scientists here. Because you're a genetics specialist. You can actually be trained up even more in genetics as well. So you're 7. We've got another genetics specialist, Blizzard. I think Freeze, it might be... well, cheaper synthesis isn't bad. But it might be your time to leave, my friend. How many are we allowed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're allowed 8? That is mad. We just have a lot of genetic skill compared to the others. And I feel like the 4 isn't really cutting it anymore. So we'll let him complete the task he's on. I think he's working on compatibility. But after that, I think it might be time to say goodbye to Mr. Freeze. Unfortunately, I think it is time. Let's say goodbye to Freeze. Unfortunately, we're going to have to not rest you. Apologies, we're going to fire you. Goodbye. Enjoy your comics. Go get a better job. And this guy, we're going to rename to Frozone because that was another suggestion from you guys. And it's a very cool one. I think that's how you spell it from The Incredibles. So Frozone is here to replace Freeze. I know you're pretty screaming at me to get this logistics specialist, but I'm sorry. You need to love dinosaurs. So we're going to refresh the candidates. And another genetics specialist. My goodness. There we go. Here's another logistic. So your earliest memory is pretending to unearth new dinosaurs at the beach. See, if you wait, good things come. He began working on site after 2 years with a charity fighting climate change. See, he's so much better than Anna Scott, who worked in a bank and hated dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure that's what her bio said, was that she absolutely hates dinosaurs. Let's hire you, my friend. I'm going to say that completely wrong, so I apologize. Your name is going to be changed anyway, though, so don't worry about it. Welcome to the team. What should we call you? This is going to be Tinsel. I don't know how you spell that, but again, what's wrong with my spelling? I think that's right. And then we can train you up to be even better at logistics. Look at that logistics skill rocket up. We've got 24, 24, and 19 now. So we are getting much, much better. I do wonder if we get rid of the other one. The thing is, we got faster expeditions with snow. That's what's pretty good. And Seal's positive influence. So I'm tempted to leave them both in the team. We'll see how we go. Really, it's the cheaper incubation is great, but she's not actually great at welfare. Whereas Rudolph is good at welfare. So I think if we get another welfare specialist in the future, that's the way to go. And I mean, Marshmallow's just positive, but to be honest, it's just not that useful outside of that. if Sealer's positive as well, I don't really know what you're bringing to the team, Marshmallow. So we'll leave you for now. Your job is safe, but not for long. Not for long at all. Now we finished that, let's modify their genome and give them compatibility. So look, we've got so much skill. We have a 100% chance of compatibility. And then for cosmetics, what do we want? Ooh, there's some cool ones. Well, the other ones are yellow and red, so we could go for a different color. The red looks pretty cool, though, I have to say. They could also be yellow and red. It's not like they look the same, is it? Let's go red. I quite like that. Ooh, that's very interesting. Just like the solid red. Maybe we just go blank for these guys. Let's go the desert and blank pattern, because I think that's quite cool. And if we save and exit, we'll make some in that skin pattern. So let's begin incubation. Look at them. Or not incubation, synthesis of eggs. I think these guys can definitely smash it out in 10 seconds. That's hilarious. We should probably get some upgrades, actually, for these hatcheries so we get more consistent dinosaurs, like getting 4 out of 4 eggs. Because I don't know how... Yeah, we've got 3 out of 4. That's fine. It's minimum group size of 3, so they are fine with that. Skittish isn't that bad a trait, either. And that one's brilliant. Got tolerant. And... You've got all the ones we guaranteed. What have you got, then, that's different? Is it just tolerant and nocturnal? Yeah. And then you've got fit as well. Wow, these are amazing. Let's get 3 red females, and then we'll get the males in a different color. Because I think that's a good way to go about it. They're not even that expensive, but we might as well take the cheaper incubation. And while we're there, let's synthesize another batch of them. So, instead of red, we could go green. Oh, I like that green, it has to be said. That is pretty cool. And we could give them a little blue blue thing as well. I don't actually know why I'm coloring both of them, because it's just the males we're going to make. It doesn't seem to be that different either between the males and females. There's not that much like sexual dimorphism. But there we go. Right, let's begin this task. You're maxed out. Well, let's just rest you up because see if our hack is still working where we just get to do it instantly. Staff center, view scientist, let's rescue. And that's probably everyone that needs resting. Yep, instantly rested. Cool, let's go. Let's go. Synthesize these guys. Another 10 seconds. Who's gonna win? It's a race. These guys are actually gonna get there first. That's hilarious. Ooh, private egg offer. Okay, so a wealthy enthusiast wants to buy an egg from our latest batch. Well, the money's hard to turn down. Or what's one more dinosaur outside of the site's security? We get quite a lot of money. 1.25 is a lot, but there's a 35% chance of sabotage risk. Or we reject the offer. Dinosaurs aren't pets, and the risk of selling that egg is too great. We get a little bit of publicity and a little bit of sabotage. I think we go for that, because I don't think that we should be selling them. And to be honest, we don't really need the cash. These are ready as well. They're ready for release. Let's incubate these 2. Oh, there's 4. Wow, okay, that's a lot. Well, maybe we do just get all 4 of them. I don't know how many they need. I suppose we could get rid of a couple that have skittish. Like, that one's not the best one. Because they haven't got anything good. Like, this one has fit, at least, as well as being skittish. And this one's got loads of stuff, as well as being skittish. So, that's probably the way to go. We'll get 3 males, 3 females. And that's a group size of 6 for them. Let's get on that. And then check out what's happening with the storm. Oh my goodness. Why is it always directly on top of us? Oh no. Well, let's try and fix things if we can. Where are you? You've returned to base. Oh my good. What? Why? Why crash straight head on into me? Come on, guys. We've also finished our research for the scientists, which is good. Yeah, there's a power outage because this pylon's broken. Let's fix that. How do we fix it? Is it here that's broken? Oh, okay. I think we're getting close to the tornado here. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the ranger team. I need to be in the maintenance team. That's why. Whoa, okay. We're a little bit too close. I don't like that. Whoa, that's a lot of camera shake. Okay, let's repair these and get out of the storm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we're just being blown around. That is crazy. That's really good, though. We just got swept away by the tornado. Kind of need to stay out of its way. I'm a bit scared of it. Where is it? Can we even see it from here? Oh, it's there. Okay.
You ever heard of a keystone species? It's one that has a disproportionate impact on their ecosystem compared to other
Let's
organisms.
fix these fences.
You, my
These are the ones I'm
friend, are
worried
this
about.
company's keystone species.
Yeah, we are a keystone species. You're not wrong, my friend. I don't know whether the stuff's broken in here. I think it's broken in another habitat. I'm going to try dried out, though. Because I feel like we should be able to do that, right? Yes! ATVs for the win! That's brilliant. Okay, a couple of fences broken around here. Nothing too crazy, though. What about our other carnivores? Okay, they're absolutely fine. It looks like the tornado bit has stopped as well. It's just these guys. Can you fix these as a matter of urgency, please? In fact, let's just man you. Why are we in a forest right now? What? Why? How are you driving this way? What? Oh my goodness, get out of the forest. Okay. So when we've like lined our staff area with trees and they've just gone, I'm going to drive through that. I think that's the way to go. I think it'd be easier if we were on the inside of this habitat here in order to see everything. I don't know where I put the gate, actually. Did I put a gate in it? Yeah, I think I did. I'm going to put another gate on this side, though. Where did I put a gate? Let's whack a gate in here. Because that seems much easier, doesn't it? Lots of damage. It's a good thing this didn't actually have a dinosaur in it. Okay, I think that's the last one. These repairs take a little while. Yeah, we're pretty much there. Oh, we can probably open our emergency shelters as well because let everyone out. I think the storm's passed. Right, well, let's release via airlift. We don't actually have a drop site. Let's add one of those in. Delivery zone in here. Could be on the hill. Not opposed to that, actually. Let's smooth that out, though. It's like dun 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 when they're in. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we don't have any data on them. Oh, because we didn't put a range post in. Right, fine. Let's put the range post over here. And then we will assign Ranger Team 2 to this one because they're doing this and that. Where are you? We'll drive you as well. Ranger Team 2. Let's rescan. I want to see if the Ranger teams can drive up the hill. Okay. They're not on an ATV, but the Jeeps are pretty hardy, aren't they? What? Just, yes. That is never not going to be fun. Did we put a gate in here? I don't think we did. Let's just add a quick gate here. Because that is the easiest place for them to get in. Let's drive through and status check these little dudes. How you guys doing, Sleepy?
Asset status confirmed.
Perfect. You're having a great time. Living your life. We should probably put some guest viewing over here as well. Like, just normal viewing. Not that you're going to see that much, but not allowed. Ah, is it too close to stuff? This isn't a bad spot. I think maybe here is good. And then I'm just going to move maintenance post in a little bit, I think. And make sure that our maintenance team knows that. We assign them to there. Hopefully that still works. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And now we've got viewing gallery over here. It should draw the guests around here. We're going to also need a restroom and an emergency shelter around here, probably. So let's put a restroom in. And then an emergency shelter next door is probably a decent shout. And that'll massively improve our coverage. It's the problem whenever you build out to another side. You kind of have to put a bunch of facilities over here. And I do want to get something up here because I feel like this is a cool place to go. Other than just walking through. I feel like it's nice to have this little walk do something. But let's airlift these guys in. Oh, it's interesting that when you select airlift, it tells you like when not to put them. Then they're fine. They're like neutral. These guys are angry. These guys love them. That's so cool. Like you obviously don't want to give them to them or there'll be food. I love it. That's really, really cool. Okay, well, airlift's in progress. Let's wait for them to arrive. They're swinging that around a lot. Okay, here comes the crates. It's only a very small one. I just want to really quickly pause to say that if you're enjoying the video, please would you consider hyping it, as it seems to be YouTube's latest thing that really helps videos perform and would really help the channel out. Thank you guys, and let's get back to the video. Let's open it up. Oh, look at them. They're adorable. They're tiny. These guys are all so tiny in this habitat. They're not really gentle giants, are they? They're more like gentle... I don't even know. Gentle elves, it should be.
The Lystrosaurus, a true survivor of the dinosaur world. No one is quite sure how this animal survived the mass Permian extinction event, but survive it did.
Good
it
for
might
them.
be small in stature and toothless, bar those upper canine tusks.
It's toothless.
But the Lystrosaurus was a remarkably successful species in its time. And now, of course, in our time as well.
Oh, that's adorable. Well, this one's got to be toothless then. You've got to be called toothless. And we've got to have like a hiccup. And then this is how to train your dragon. I'm going to call this one Dragon. Because it's red as well. Oh, it's adorable. It seems like they're absolutely happy as well. The area is great for them. And they've got everything they need. They've not even explored everywhere yet. So that's pretty good. And there's plenty of like space for them to go into this. We could even put another encounter over there. So we could move this. And have this be in a different spot. Or just destroyed, to be honest. We could have 2 dinosaur encounter areas. I might do that. I'm going to delete this viewing gallery and then just duplicate the dinosaur encounter. Because I feel like it would be cool to have a couple of them in here. Oh, we're going to have to delete the fence. Okay, well, we can do that. We can do that. Okay, I can't build in this fence because they're too close to the edge, but hopefully they run away. Yeah, they're too scared to leave. That's how adorable they are. They don't want to leave. Oh, the little things. Okay, so we've got this hooked up. We just need to put a path in for it. There we go. We've got another animal encounters there. And it would be good to get some more, like, types of viewing, I think. We've got the... Where are the taller ones? Have we got these? Oh, the viewing platforms. I think we do. Yeah, we've got viewing platforms. Oh, we should put in an Alpine viewing platform. Maybe not for these guys. It seems a little bit of a waste. But let's put a viewing gallery on the corner, maybe. There we go. That seems cool. And a small substation over here. In fact, we could just shuffle this one along because it's not really doing much other than that. Let's put this here, and it can cover all of this area. There we go. How are you again a danger to guests? I don't think you are. Oh, no. No, I think they're fine. I think they're fine. We've got 2 of these in here now, though, and a viewing gallery where you can also just look at them. And they're very, very cute. Cool. I like that. Nice. Oh, I just missed the opening as well. They've just let the boys out. Oh, no. Well, they're here now. Look at them. Ah, I love them. They're green. That's brilliant. They are very, very cute, aren't they? Well, now all of these guys are in here, let's learn a little bit more about them. Notable for its short legs and the two large tusk-like teeth protruding from either side of its mouth, the Lystrosaurus is a herbivorous therapsid that existed during the late Permian and early Triassic periods, approximately 250 million years ago. In fact, at one stage, the Lystrosaurus made up around 95% of all land vertebrates, having survived the Permian-Triassic extinction event that destroyed the majority of all life on Earth. The Lystrosaurus was only around 40 centimeters in height and weighed around 90 kilos. It was first described by renowned paleontologist Edward Drinker Cope in 1870, having been discovered by fossil collector Dr. Elias Root Beadle only a few years previously. Its name translates as shovel lizard in reference to its powerful forelimbs, which it may have used to dig burrows. Specimens of the genus have been found in locations across the world, from Antarctica to South Africa, showing that Lystrosaurus traveled long distances during the era of Pangaea. Experts believed it preferred to live near plains and swamps and existed on a diet of small plants and other low-lying vegetation. So hopefully the habitat we've made for them is perfect for their needs. I feel like that's enough for this video. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you in the next one.